Hello, everybody. My name is Amani Pegues, and I am the creator of the Wellness House Project. I just wanted to create a video telling you guys more about me and more about the project itself. If you see something that you want to discuss further, you can comment in the section below, or you can message me directly, and that would be at Wellhouse Pro. So, yeah, just a little bit about me. I'm a Hickory native. I grew up, I was born and raised in Hickory. I went to Southwest Elementary School, Northview Middle, Hickory High. And yeah, so I'm a Hickory breed. And whenever I graduated from Hickory High School, I came to Greensboro and attended UNCG. So right now I'm in my senior year and I'm in the public health program specializing in community health education. And I have a strong interest in diabetes education, community health, community justice, child and maternal health, and just a lot of just different things that I'm interested in. So, about the project, I realized with my studies as far as community health, a lot of my research was based in Greensboro, and I started seeing a lot of things coming up about health disparities, and basically that's to where health outcomes for one population is worse or higher than another population. And in a lot of situations, it turned out to be African Americans were having worse health outcomes compared to other races, specifically to the white population. So I started thinking, well, what is the story? What is the story and what is the narrative in my community, in Catawba County, and specifically the Kenworth, Ridgeview? We're not gonna get into that, but those neighborhoods, like, what does it look like there as far as health outcomes? So I started doing my research and I went to the Catawba County Health Assessment, which the last one was done in 2015. They're done like every 3 to 4 years. So I went there and I started reading through the document, and it was really like the same, like compared to in Greensboro, how African Americans have a higher mortality rate, which means they die at a higher rate compared to other races when you're looking at chronic diseases. So that would be your type 2 diabetes, cancer, lung disease, stroke, all of those things. And what surprised me the most, black people in Catawba County only account for 8%. So it's like we're a very small population, but we're dying at a higher rate. And it's like, why is that? So I started to dig a little deeper. And I seen and I just found that basically it's attributed to our lack of resources, not having access to fresh foods, our economic status, living in poverty or having low income, lack of transportation, and going back to the economic side, lack of opportunities, lack of job, lack of upward growth. So those things are making us sick. And then also our behaviors, lack of physical inactivity, so not exercising regularly, poor diet, and smoking. All of those things are essentially making us sick. By looking at these health outcomes, I wanted to create a safe space to where people could come and learn about their health and learn about ways that they can live healthier lifestyles, and then also be a bridge in between health providers and getting some health services into our community directly. So the Wellness House Project is a community-based project that focuses on creating shared health resources to underserved populations in Hickory, North Carolina. And specifically, what I'm doing is transforming my late grandparents' home into a wellness center. So, this is really near and dear to my heart. This home has been in my family for over 40 years, and it's just a great space. It has area in the back for a community garden, and in the front for us to plant some things. So that's going to be one aspect of the wellness house, our community garden, and that will give us access to fresh foods to feed our community. The second component of the wellness house is the simple kitchen, which this essentially the idea is to sample healthy recipes and healthy twist on uh, traditional ways that we cook food. So yeah, so you're just trying it. It's not something that you gotta make permanent. So you're just sampling it out. Like when you go to Sam's Club and you get a sample, and if you really like it, you buy it. So the idea is if you like it, then you can take some of the vegetables home that we use and maybe create the dish for yourself at home. And then the third component of the Wellness House project is wellness spaces. So we have different rooms that we're going to dedicate to our wellness spaces. A meditation room to where people can practice meditating, just a quiet space for prayer or clearing your thoughts, or just connecting with your inner self and just really honing in on mental health. And then also an exercise room to where people can engage into some type of physical activity. It doesn't have to be specifically just exercise like you're on a bike or something like that. We can do dance classes, we can do yoga, anything that y'all interested in, we can do it in that space. And it can be individual or in a group setting. We can get some personal trainers in there. Anything y'all want to do, we can do it. Another area of the wellness spaces is the discussion room, which that will be in the living room. It's one of our larger spaces. And I really just want to use this space to just create an environment to where discussions can be facilitated and we can talk about just different things like, what does health look like in a Black family? What are the type of things that we're eating? What are the type of things that we grew up doing that we should necessarily change or necessarily just evolve into different things as far as raising our families, and even other stuff like as far as financial health, like what does our saving look like? What does budgeting look like? What does creating wealth look like for our families and for our communities? And just having economic strength. And relationships. What does our relationships look like with our husbands and our sisters and our mothers, and just different things that that are really important that we should be talking about. And it's some other stuff too. You know, y'all can comment below some different things y'all would like to talk about and bring up and discuss and figure out plans and ideas that we can do differently in our community. Because the way I think of it, this project is literally one idea. And yes, it can only work if the community supports it, but also other ideas can grow from this and we can start other stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. So I hope y'all are excited as I am. And I said that I was going to tell y'all how y'all can get involved. So February 23rd, we are having the groundbreaking for the Wellness House project. And this is basically going to be the day to where we get our community garden started, but also it's going to be the initial start to the Wellness House project. And so it's essentially a celebration, but we're going to be working too because, like I said, we're starting our community garden. So we're going to be tilling some soil and creating the raised beds for our garden beds and just different things like that. But like I said, it's a celebration. So of course there's going to be food, music, you know, fellowship, getting to know maybe some community members that you don't know that well, or just catching up with some old friends. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So if you're not doing anything, that's a Saturday, the last Saturday in February, 12 to 3. And all of the information for that event is on the Wellness House Project page. And you can get to it by just searching the Wellness House Project. And the invitation for it is literally the first post on the page. And if you can't find it, you can just message me directly and I'll shoot you the information for it. So, yeah, that was everything I was going to talk about. That's all I have for y'all. Y'all be good. Peace. Home of the burning church. Don't know much about the world.